Welcome to this video on the formatting pane. You can download the exercise workbook to follow along in your own copy of Tableau. This content builds on the formatting video. In Tableau, some formatting is controlled by the Format pane. This is a powerful tool to control the look of a workbook and bears some explanation. We can open the formatting menu from the toolbar. This gives us easy access to specific aspects of formatting, such as font and alignment. Similarly, right-clicking on a specific part of the view and clicking Format will open the formatting pane. It covers the data window and needs to be manually closed when formatting is complete. The formatting pane is contextual. It changes based on the item being formatted. Here it's for the field whose header I clicked on. If we click around, whatever is selected will be the element that the formatting pane pertains to. If we click in the white space of the view and select Format, here is the non-field specific layout. First, we see the type of format settings: font, alignment, shading, borders, and lines. Font allows us to control things such as the font size and color. Let's set the worksheet to be Aroni, size 10, and dark red. We can independently control totals and the tooltip if desired. If we formatted the font in the label, that formatting takes precedence over the setting in the Format pane. We're currently on the Sheet tab. Alternatively, we could work independently with rows or columns and have our changes apply only at that scope. Once we've modified an option, it becomes bold. This is an easy way to keep track of what changes have been made. It's also possible to clear any modifications at the bottom of the pane. Our next formatting choice is alignment. Clicking on the drop-down for the default pane, we see our options include horizontal, direction, vertical, and wrap. Pane controls the alignment inside the pane, such as marks labels. We'll make our direction vertical. Headers are things like the market and country names. We'll align those as centered. Note, as we go along, this often isn't how we should format things. I just want to make it clear what's being impacted by each type of formatting. So we'll go ahead and use this clear button at the bottom. Next is shading. Here there are options for row and column banding. We can set the color for pane or header. Let's make them different so we can see what's going on. And we can also adjust the band size and level. To make this clearer, let's add another market. Setting the band size here on the first tick mark makes the band shading alternate every other. The second tick is groups of 2, and so on. The level is where the bands are grouped. Here it's at the country level. Adjusting the slider makes the grouping set at the market level. Again, we can use the colors to see that pane is the shading in the chart itself, and header is the shading for country or market labels. Which field is considered the header depends on the level of the banding. If it's shading at the country level, country is the header. If it's shading at the market level, market is the header. Let's clear this out so we can see what comes next. Let's format borders. Borders are the lines that surround things like the table, cells, headers, and row and column dividers. We can see what each piece does by playing with it. Let's make our default header line thin, dashed, and gold. Note where that impacts the view. For clarity, we'll turn it back to none. What about row and column dividers? Pane, again, is the view. We'll set it to be a dashed orange line. Note that the header will automatically match, though this can be adjusted separately manually. Again, level controls where the divider goes. Here it's between the markets. If we bring the slider up, now it's between the countries. The column divider is much the same. Watch the line between the order priorities at the top. Let's turn off the default header line. Note that the line between the order priorities went away, but we'll clear again. The last of our major formatting choices is line. Lines are easier to see on a scatter plot, as they include items such as grid lines, zero lines, trend lines, etc. Let's make our grid lines green, our zero lines dashed, our trend lines nice and thick, and a reference line red. A common confusion is between border, the box here, and lines, the paintbrush. For example, grid lines in a scatter plot may look like the box icon, but they're not borders around cells or panes. They're lines, so they live under the paintbrush. By default, grid lines are on in scatter plots and off in most other chart types. They can be turned on for other chart types if desired. We can clear all formatting easily by coming here to the Clear Sheet icon and selecting Clear Formatting. Once we've gotten worksheet formatting exactly as desired, it's often easier to be able to carry through that formatting to other worksheets. Here's our scatter plot, formatted just how we want it. We also have another scatter plot, and we want to have the same formatting we did on the first. Right-click on the Sheet tab of the formatted view and select Copy Formatting. Right-click on the Destination tab and say Paste Formatting. Notice what is copied and pasted, worksheet formatting only. The mark type, colors, sizing, and reference lines are view-specific, so they don't transfer. The axis formatting, as well as the grid lines, did copy. A quick way to remember this is that formatting done in the Format pane will copy and paste. Formatting done in the view, like changing size on the marks card, will not. Thank you for watching this video on the Formatting pane. We invite you to continue with the on-demand training videos to learn more about using Tableau.